Hi, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Ali bin Azali, and I'm a student from Faculty of Veterinary Medicine.
Okay, good enough. We shall we proceed with part one?
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay. For the first question, what hobbies do you do regularly?
Actually, I have several hobbies that I love to do during my leisure time. First of all, I love to write things, particularly novel, and I think when I'm doing this, when I'm writing something and compose an essay or something, it helps myself. It also helps myself to improve my grammar and also my English particularly. And for example, if I don't know what is the meaning of certain words, I tend to search it in internet. So that is basically like adding new vocab to myself. And also other than that, it also helped me to become more expressive in different kind of way, because I notice nowadays people nowadays love to express their feelings on social media such as Twitter or Facebook, and I think that kind of method to be expressive is not very convenient or very good, because it might offend other people. So for me to express myself, or whenever I have problem, I tend to do writing so that I can release my stress through my writing. Other than writing, I also love to play tennis.
Okay.
I think play tennis is one of one of my favorite sport, and whenever I feel stressed during exam season, I will play tennis, and whenever I hit the balls, I think my raging and also my stress will flow from the racket to the ball. So that is another way for me to release my stress.
Okay, good. Is there any other new hobby that you like to explore?
Oh, regarding new hobby, I think I really want to explore outdoor activity such as like rock climbing or hiking, perhaps like bungee jumping, because I tend to become afraid of height sometimes. So I think it is time for me to overcome that fear and phobia. So by doing activity like rock climbing, I will like slowly develop resistance to this phobia, and it also helped to strengthen my inner core also, since doing outdoor activity like hiking and rock climbing will require fit physiques. So it will drive me to maintain my health and also to maintain my body condition so that I can do the activity. So that is the new hobby that I would like to try in the future.
Okay. Speaking of the future, what will your job be in the future?
Okay. Currently, I'm a student of I'm a student in the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine. So I want to be a vet one day. In fact, this is my childhood hobby. I would like to be a vet, a good vet, since I was a kid. So when the opportunity knocks in my life and I managed to become one of the students in Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, I feel very honored. I feel very happy, because at last I'm like few steps away to achieve my ambition. And when I really hope that one day I will become a good vet, regardless what type of field, because as you know, vet cover a lot of fields. It can be like small animal, it can be like farm animals, it can be like poultry and also wildlife. So I don't want to focus on one type of field, because in Malaysia, vet tends to focus on one type of field. If they want to be small animal vet, there will only be a small animal vet. But I want to be like a mix. I want to do mixed practice. I want to evolve in every kind of field, because by doing that, I won't waste my knowledge, my 5 years knowledge of learning every species. So that is my future. I hope I will be a good vet one day.
Okay, good enough. I think we can proceed to part two.
Okay.
The question is, describe a toy that you had in your childhood. Who do you remember? Who gave you a toy in your childhood, and what was the toy?
Okay. So I remember when I was 9 years old, my late grandfather, gave me one toy. It is a plastic replica of kettle that can be dismantled. The organ, the body part can be dismantled, and the unique things about this is, first of all, the color is quite attractive. It is it's kind of funny because the kettle have color of turquoise and gray, which is totally doesn't make any sense. So that is how I remember the toys very clearly, because there's no cow or there's no kettle in the world have turquoise and gray color. And in fact, the fact that my grandfather gave it to me is quite special, because throughout his life, I think that is the first present he gave to me, and that's probably the last present he gave to me before he passed away. So I think the present is which is the toy, have a sentimental value to me, and until now I keep it. And another reason why I remember about the toy is because since I told you before, it can be dismantled, right? The organ can be dismantled, and special thing about it, behind every organ that can be dismantled, there's like a label, the label on the organ itself. So if you dismantle the forelimb, you will see there's a label of forelimb over there. So you will like indirectly learn what is the organ of the cattle. So I think that is the time when I start to develop my interest to be vet. So it start from one piece of cattle toy, which eventually led me into becoming a student of vet right now. So it is quite interesting, and it is quite like the toy itself is quite valuable to me, and until now I still keep it because it is a gift, the last gift from my grandfather, and it also like kind of a spirit, like a spirit toy for me to make sure I keep learning and didn't give up in my study on becoming a good vet only.
How old are you when you received the cow?
I was 9 years old at that time.
Okay. That was a very good conversation. We can move on to part 3. Okay, first of all, do you know what is the difference between toys for girls and boys?
I think toys for girls, mostly, like generally speaking, toys for girls is more feminine, while toys for boys is more to like masculinity. So for example, we take a Barbie doll as an example. The Barbie doll itself dressed up beautifully, have a long hair, groomed very properly, have a flawless skin. So that's definitely resemble a girl. So when a girl play it, it have like it will like lead to another one kind of mood where the girls itself try to play and like pretend the Barbie is their friends, you know. However, when for a boy, typical toys for a boy is like car, or maybe like dinosaur toys, maybe like a ball, for example. And these things, a boys never be friends with balls or car, right? So it's like two different things. And personally, I think toys for boys really resemble masculinity compared to toys for girls.
Should children be allowed to choose their own toys?
I think yes, children should be allowed to choose their own toys because at the end of the day, it is the children themselves that play the toys. So let's just let they have some fun. They choose whatever they want. They should be able to choose their own favorite toys. Okay, for example, if I give you car but you don't really like car toys, but you prefer Barbie dolls, for example, you don't really appreciate my gift, right? So if I give you Barbie doll, you will like happy. So I think at the end of the day, we have to give something that the children like instead of give something that you like.
Do children can learn something from playing with toys?
I think yes. A good example is from my friends. I have a childhood friends who love cars so much. He will like explore the internal system of the toy car. He will learn what is the component, what is the compartment that available in the car, and interestingly, now he's studying in a mechanical engineering, which I think, same like me, the point, the turning point where I started to have interest to be a vet is when I obtained a gift, kettle toy from my grandfather. Same goes to my friends. When he have a car toy, he tend to explore the interest, and he developed the interest to become an engineer, like a mechanical engineer. So I think that is when the children start to learn. And my friends also, at the age of 10, he already know what is the meaning of aerodynamic, what is the meaning of low set of gravity, which is very essential in a car, for car manufacturing. So I think it's very teach something. The toys really have a value that can teach children to become somebody one day.
Okay, do you still buy yourself a new toy even though that now you're an adult?
Oh, secretly, yes. I will buy, but not like I don't really buy it like every day. I just like, for example, when there is a offer in McDonald's, for example, like Happy Meals. If the toy is like interesting or cute, I will definitely buy it. Not because I want to play, but I tend to just put it on my table, my study table, and just look at it. And when I'm boring, I will like touch it and start to play with it lah.
Okay. Last question. Do you still keep old toys of yourself besides your kettle toys? Yeah.
Unfortunately, no. I have like several other toys like dinosaur toys, and maybe like some car toys, but I don't keep it now. I already donate it to my cousins, because as I grow older, I start to like lose interest to the toy, and I don't want to waste my money or my mother's money, my parents' money from buying me the toys, right? So I just decide to give it to my little cousins, so that at least they can save their money, and also they can share some of the memory I spend with the toys.
Okay. I think that concludes our conversation for today.
Thank you.